Richard Allen Boone was born on June 18, 1917 in Los Angeles, California. Growing up in a family that had deep cultural and artistic roots, Richard was the son of Kirk Boone, a corporate lawyer, and Cecile, a descendant of the legendary American pioneer Daniel Boone. Despite this interesting lineage, young Richard had no initial interest in acting. Instead, he developed a love for sports and literature during his time at Hoover High School in Glendale. After graduating, he enrolled at Stanford University, but soon found that academia wasn't his path. After 2 years, Boone left school to explore different work opportunities, including being an oil field laborer, bartender, and painter. These early experiences gave him the rugged authenticity that would later serve him well in Hollywood. With World War II breaking out, Boone enlisted in the US Navy, serving as an aviation ordnance man in the Pacific. His time in the service helped shape his disciplined nature, one that would become a defining feature of his later career. The shift to acting, embracing a new direction. After the war, Boone decided to pursue a career in acting, studying at the prestigious Actors Studio in New York City under the guidance of Stella Adler. This move placed him among a generation of actors who valued emotional depth and character-driven performances. His stage presence soon caught the eye of Hollywood casting directors. He made his film debut in Halls of Montezuma, 1951, a World War II drama, and continued to build his filmography throughout the 1950s, appearing in several westerns and war dramas, including The Robe, 1953, and The Tall T, 1957. It wasn't until 1957 that Boone's most iconic role came to life. Paladin, the cultured and intellectual gunfighter for hire in the CBS series Have Gun, Will Travel. For 6 seasons, Boone's portrayal of Paladin, who could quote literature as easily as he could draw his pistol, became a defining moment in television history. Boone's ability to bring moral complexity and intellectual depth to a traditionally one-dimensional genre like westerns set him apart from his peers. A multifaceted career, from TV to film. Boone's time as Paladin in Have Gun, Will Travel cemented his place in Hollywood's history, but he wasn't confined to one role. After Have Gun, Boone starred in The Richard Boone Show, 1963 to 1964, an anthology series where he played different characters each week. Though the show was short-lived, it showcased Boone's versatility and commitment to high-quality storytelling. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, Boone transitioned seamlessly between television and film, proving himself in films like Rio Conchos, 1964, The Kremlin Letter, 1970, and Big Jake, 1971, where he starred alongside John Wayne. Boone's ability to take on roles of heroes, villains, and everything in between made him one of the most versatile actors of his generation. He embraced a range of characters that reflected his commitment to the craft of acting. Even as Hollywood's landscape evolved, Boone's dedication to his profession remained unwavering. A quiet life in Hawaii, away from the spotlight. In the late 1960s, Boone sought a slower pace of life away from the intensity of Hollywood. He moved to Hawaii, where he embraced local culture, taught drama at the University of Hawaii, and continued acting on his own terms. Hawaii offered Boone the peace and solitude he had longed for, and he spent his later years surrounded by nature, away from the spotlight. Despite his quiet life, Boone's respect for acting and his craft never wavered. He was often described by friends and colleagues as a man who deeply valued mentorship and had a passion for guiding younger actors. His time in Hawaii became a period of personal fulfillment, as he was able to balance his passion for the craft with the serenity of island life. It was during this time that Boone truly embraced the full spectrum of his life, from family to personal tranquility. A Hollywood rivalry, Richard Boone versus Kirk Douglas. Despite his calm and reserved nature, Richard Boone harbored a deep-seated animosity toward one of Hollywood's biggest stars, Kirk Douglas. Boone found Douglas's personality to be the epitome of everything he despised. While Douglas was known for his larger-than-life confidence, Boone saw it as arrogance. Boone resented Douglas's tendency to overshadow others in the industry, from demanding more screen time to politically maneuvering for personal gain. Boone valued the collaborative nature of acting and felt that Douglas's approach undermined the integrity of the craft. Stories of Douglas's behavior, such as cutting lines from co-stars' scripts or challenging directors' authority, only deepened Boone's contempt for him. Boone felt that acting was about the collective effort, not an individual striving to dominate every scene, and Douglas's behavior did not align with this view. The clash of values, Boone's resentment toward Douglas. The rivalry between Boone and Douglas wasn't merely professional, it was a clash of values. While Boone prided himself on integrity, humility, and respect for his fellow actors, Douglas represented a type of cutthroat ambition that Boone found distasteful. At social events, Boone would often excuse himself to avoid Douglas, commenting on his self-centered demeanor. Boone's feelings were well known among his friends and colleagues, and his disdain for Douglas was clear. Boone's remarks about Douglas, a man so in love with his own reflection he forgets other people exist, reflected the depth of his resentment. Boone's dislike was not born out of jealousy, but rather a deep sense of personal ethics. He believed that Douglas's need for self-promotion, often at the expense of others, was dishonorable. The rivalry was intense, and Boone was vocal about his inability to stomach Douglas's behavior, preferring to turn down roles rather than work with him. The end of an era, Richard Boone's final years. As the years passed, Boone's health began to decline. In the late 1970s, he was diagnosed with throat cancer, which profoundly affected his health and voice. For an actor whose commanding voice had been integral to his career, the loss of this tool was devastating. Despite seeking various treatments, Boone's condition worsened, and he faced his illness with the same quiet dignity that had defined much of his life. He preferred to spend his final months surrounded by family and friends, avoiding the public spotlight. Boone passed away on January 10, 1981, at the age of 63 in St. Augustine, Florida, where he had spent his final years. His death marked the end of a remarkable career in film and television that had made a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. Legacy of integrity and talent. Richard Boone's legacy is defined by his versatility, moral compass, and deep commitment to the craft of acting. Known for his rugged presence and commanding voice, Boone brought a unique depth to the roles he played, especially in Have Gun, Will Travel. His portrayal of Paladin made him an enduring figure in television history. Boone's strong personal values, including his belief in integrity, respect, and collaboration, set him apart in an industry often defined by ego. Though he faced rivalries, notably with Kirk Douglas, Boone's legacy remains a testament to the power of talent, character, and the pursuit of artistry with integrity. Even in his final years, Boone's quiet dignity and respect for others left a lasting impression on those who knew him.